Okay, as I prepare for this baby, I am getting some freezer meals gathered up together, and one of my first freezer meals that I am going to make is a butternut squash or a squash soup recipe. And I am gonna make this for dinner tonight, and whatever is left over, I'm gonna freeze for a meal postpartum. It should be plenty. I'm also gonna use that delicious turkey broth from Thanksgiving, turkey bone broth that I made. So this squash is gonna be roasted in the oven at 425 degrees until it is soft. And once it is soft, I'm gonna scoop it all out of the skins and put it in a pot with some herbs and spices and seasonings, some yummy stuff. And then we're gonna blend it with the immersion blender, and I'm gonna show you guys. But this is gonna be the beginning of my freezer meal, dairy-free freezer meals for the postpartum period. Now, I cannot have dairy with my babies. Most of my babies have been intolerant, and I imagine that this baby's gonna be the same. So we're making all of our freezer meals dairy-free. We're just going to drizzle these with a little bit of olive oil each one, and then a little bit of salt on there, but we're going to rub all that in. And then I'm going to use some real sea salt and get these seasoned up. We're going to do about 35 minutes and check back on it. I'm going to hold off on this spaghetti squash and do a little sample before I add it to all of the soup. Next, I'm going to add some bone broth into my Instant Pot with my squash. This is the turkey bone broth that we made with the turkey carcass. I did not make a vlog of that, but you can check out my channel. I do have a recipe for a couple of different kinds of bone broths. So I'm bringing that up to a boil right now. I'm gonna blend this with an immersion blender. It's the easiest thing for me to do. Some people will transfer it to a food processor or a Vitamix blender or any kind of blender. But this KitchenAid immersion blender is my favorite kitchen tool by far. I'm gonna blend up my little sample, add a little bit of the butternut squash soup to this and give it a taste and see if we like it. But I've got dinner ready. This is what is left over from the butternut squash soup. I put it in these smaller bags so that they are easier to take out of the bag and put into my Instant Pot. They'll fit better than a gallon-sized bag. And then I'll just warm them up and boom, I've got another meal for my family when this baby comes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a huge pot of chicken. Some of it's gonna be for dinner tonight. I'm gonna shred all this chicken up with the onions, and then some of this is gonna go towards postpartum freezer meals, and I'm just slowly gonna be working on that, as in I am due in 2 months. So every time that I cook, I'm gonna double or triple the meat, and then I'm gonna make a freezer meal in a pan to stick in the freezer for postpartum meals when this baby comes. All of my postpartum freezer meals are gonna be dairy free. Might use some of this chicken tonight to make crack chicken, and that is not dairy free, but I'm gonna make crack chicken tonight for dinner. I'm not dairy free yet. I'm gonna go dairy free probably in a couple of weeks. Or a couple weeks before the baby's born, I'll be going dairy free. I think I'm probably gonna tray up 2 trays of enchiladas for the deep freezer. Okay, so what I've done here is 6 to 10 chicken breasts in there, depending on how many you need to use it for. I've got 2 onions for this amount diced up. I have 1 cup of water in the bottom there, and then I just dumped some Southwest seasoning on top. All of this is gonna cook down through there. You want to make sure that it's sealed up top. And then I come down here to poultry, and we're gonna let that do its thing. This is gonna pressure cook, and then we'll be able to make dinner and other postpartum dinners. I've got some turkey broth right here that I am thawing out. I'm gonna be using this to make some rice. So we might have cracked chicken and rice tonight. Also, I can make a freezer meal, use some of the rice in whatever freezer meal that I use. So yeah, I'm gonna make some extra rice with that. And then we'll have a vegetable, maybe some steamed broccoli on the side. Or actually we have salads. So tonight we'll have salad on the side of cracked chicken and rice. It's been on low for 17 minutes, so just need to manually release the pressure, check the chicken on the inside, and throw it into the mixer. Here it is. Oh, it's cooking. It's hot, hot. It's hot, hot. Okay, so there's the chicken all done up. Okay, so I got my big KitchenAid mixer, and I am just gonna start dropping the chicken in there. Not too worried about straining off all the juice. Checking it along the way, making sure it's cooked all the way through. This chicken is gonna get shredded. In the KitchenAid mixer. Check some of these middle big fatty pieces, make sure that they're done all the way through. Looks like it. Shredding it nicely. And then look at that, it just shreds so easily. And it's going to, just give it a few minutes. And it'll be all shredded up and ready to portion out for other meals. There we go, shredded chicken. 4.5 cups of broth and 3 cups of rice are in here. So I'm gonna get this going. So I'm just hitting the rice function, making sure that's closed. gonna make for postpartum meals after this baby's born. These zucchini pumpkin breads are gonna go in the freezer. I'm gonna go ahead and make them today. I'm doing a big double batch right here. It has going behind me. Check out this link up above because this link is gonna give you the recipe. This is gonna give you the how-to, everything, plus some extra ingredients. Today I'm just keeping it pretty simple. I'm not doing chocolate chips or walnuts or anything like that. I'm just doing zucchini pumpkin bread. And this will give you enough for 2 loaves and then some extra muffins. This recipe will, but this is gonna be added to my postpartum freezer meal repertoire. This is a dairy-free, especially if you use chocolate chips, make sure that you're getting dairy-free chocolate chips. But this is another dairy-free, nursing mom-friendly recipe. So enjoy this, and yeah, stay tuned for the next recipe. Quick update on the banana zucchini bread. I did use flax seeds in the recipe, and then I forgot to add, I used flax meal in the recipe, and then I forgot to add eggs to it, but it looks like it's held together really well. It smells really good still, but there are no eggs in this. So I think it turned out, but alas, it's still dairy-free, and now it's dairy-free and egg-free postpartum pumpkin and zucchini bread. And then I also decided, since I had 2 more zucchinis and I had some ripe bananas, I made banana zucchini bread. And this is going in the oven now. And then this is also dairy-free, but I did add the eggs, and I also added flax meal to it. So this does have eggs in it. So this will be my more protein bread. And then these are also gonna be frozen postpartum desserts or whatever, just extra things to have in the freezer for when this baby arrives. Look at the color though, it's just like a beautiful, beautiful pumpkin bread. Now I'm gonna wrap these up in some foil and some saran wrap. I'm gonna write the date that I baked them today, and then I'm going to add exactly what is inside. So when you do this, you wanna be sure that you label, because you never want to have mystery food in your freezer. Although fun and exciting, mystery food, let's not do that. So once I get these all wrapped up, I'm gonna pop them in the freezer, and then they will be ready when this baby comes in 2 months. Another great thing or food to prepare ahead of time and freeze up is liver pate. Now I do have a recipe vlog for this. I will link it up above, as well as all my other recipes will be linked above or down below. But I'm just going to make some liver pate real quick. Oh, hold on, let me make some 3rd trimester tea. Yes, I am in the 3rd trimester, and here is that recipe, but I've got to get this going because I drink it every single day. So just taking a brief break from the pate to pour my hot boiling water on my herbs, and then we'll get back to making pate. So with pate, you can actually freeze it, and what I like to do is put it into little 1/2 pint jars, little 1/2 pint mason jars, and then I just pop it in the freezer. It's good for up to 3 months in the freezer. So I will do that, and I will have plenty of pate in the postpartum so that I don't actually have to do much work. I can just get my snack out and eat it. I love pate on sourdough bread. If you don't like liver, you should really try pate, because it is, in my opinion, and my husband and my family's opinion, it's the only way we can eat liver, is this pate right here. So give this recipe a try and enjoy. This is how we store our liver pate, just in glass jars, just like this. And we fill them up to this line and then pop them in the freezer, and they are good to go. Like I said, 3 months storage time. You can take it out, and these can sit in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks, but be sure that you are eating it within 2 weeks. I want to thank you guys so much for watching with me today. Be sure to smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, a thumbs up, and as always, hit the notification bell so that you can get all the updates when I upload vlogs. And once again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Till next time, bye.